I think we've got an epidemic going on, and it's not like the COVID pandemic or anything like that. It's an epidemic of stupid. It's people who willfully misrepresent the truth, even to themselves, when produced with incontrovertible evidence that they are wrong. They just double down. And it doesn't matter how ridiculous or outlandish or madcap the theory is, they seem to believe absolutely everything they're spoon-fed. And I'm beginning to worry about it. But I'm also beginning to think of setting up a shop for these people.
I think it shows that Trump is built different, and he's not doing this for the benefit. Like he was already a billionaire before.
No, he wasn't.
Nice properties around the world. He's doing it because he cares about people.
No, he doesn't.
And I think, like you said, all the stuff he's going through shows it. Because if I just wanted the power, if I just wanted the money or fame, any other politician would have dropped out, criminal cases, all that. But I think it shows that he's in it for the people, and that's why he wants to continue.
The mere fact that the guy was indicted 34 times and found guilty 34 times at this crime, the mere fact that he went to a defamation case with a lawyer who he felt confident with and ended up some $500 million in debt. The mere fact that everything that has been put to him has been proved. What more evidence do you actually need that this guy is actually taking you for a ride? Do you need him to come round personally, wearing a balaclava? Well, not even wearing a balaclava. Just come round your house personally and help himself to your jewellery? Is that what you want? Maybe he'll wait until you're out, which will be a nuisance, because you've always wanted to meet this guy. But he's going to come round, he's going to take all your furniture, your hi-fi, your stereo, your TV, your dog, your cat, your family, and he's going to take them away and sell them off on some cheap market somewhere. But don't worry about it, because you met Donald Trump.
God is trying to help America, and the man for the mission is Trump. So we need to follow Trump.
But what if Trump were to lose? What would that mean, that didn't work out, or what would it mean for the country?
Well, God has his plan, and God knows everything.
If, as you say, God knows everything, I think he's probably extremely worried at the moment and working on a much less ambitious scheme.
If that happens, it means suffering for the people. And I don't think God wants that at this point in time. I think that most of America is a faithful people. America is actually following Christ more than we think. And I think that God knows this.
I can't compete with this level of stupid. It is impossible. This is Olympian level of stupid. There's so much to unpack there. I'd be spending 6 months in Cancun. It's unbelievable. And and you come across this time and time again. Oh, it's God's will. Oh, he's doing God's work. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he's doing that. It's like they're appealing this thing and deifying this man who is literally sucking the money out of their bank accounts. And they're like, oh, I'm okay with that. But there's some small schmuck sat on the sidewalk for a couple of days. He probably hasn't eaten for about a week. He asks you for $5 so he can go buy a burger and perhaps something nutritious, to keep himself alive. Oh, no, I can't do that. But a billionaire who has gold all over Mar-a-Lago and who flies in private jets, he's the one who needs your money.
By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. See, now the press will take that and they'll say he said a horrible thing.
No, he said exactly what he means. He was speaking in 110-degree heat. The people weren't given any shade. OK, there was a certain amount of water around, but there wasn't that much, and 134 people were rushed off to hospital with heat exposure. But it doesn't matter to Trump.
Tell you what, if any auto worker, United Auto Worker or other, if any auto worker voted against Trump, they are not the smartest people.
Do you see what I mean? He's no genius, but the people who are following him, wow! And he can't even be nice about the people who are offering him support, and often financial reward. David Schuster is a man who does some fine work for the Young Turks. Don't know if you checked out the Young Turks, TOIT network. Check it out on YouTube. It's really, really good. He took the trouble to go out and interview some Trump supporters. Nobody envied him. He pulled the short straw. And this is a selection of the genii that he found.
And no gun-free zones.
Okay, so more guns.
Yep. You can't fight fire with water. You got to fight fire with fire.
Can't fight fire with water?
Yeah. Depends on what's in the fire.
They specifically do fight fire with water.
Yeah.
I think that people found it implausible that an Alzheimer's patient that can barely form a sentence is getting the most votes.
Sorry, a what?
An Alzheimer's patient, Joe Biden, who can barely form a sentence.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Joe Biden is cognitively in decline.
If Donald Trump is convicted in any of these cases, would that change your mind about voting for him?
It would not. Not at all. It'd make me want to vote for him more.
What would it say about the justice system if he's
The
convicted?
justice system is a joke. If you haven't looked at any real law cases, the justice system is a joke. Perfect example, Hillary Clinton. She should have been in jail a long time ago. Bill Clinton should have been in jail a long time ago. Joe Biden should have been in jail a long time ago.
But if the justice system is a joke, how could we trust even, say, a conviction of Joe Biden?
Because you can't trust anything anymore. I mean, you just answered your own question.
And there we have the real problem. Because when confronted with actual facts or justification for their beliefs, they double down on them. And the doubling down is even more ridiculous than the original statement. I'm going to play you something now. This is also from the Young Turks. And it's a woman who's interviewed about her views on Trump and on the American political system and the state of America in general. And there's kind of a bizarre logic in what she says. But that doesn't make it any less bizarre.
What are people not talking about that they should?
We're not talking about our worldview. Everybody's laughing at America because we have the weakest president we've ever had in the history. He likes everybody but America. Well, because he's crooked, he's gotten a lot of money, millions over the years with his son Hunter. But the thing of it is, Russia, China, everybody's laughing because we have no strength. We are not the America of 10 years ago. It's scary.
So we were stronger when President Obama was in office?
No.
That was 10 years ago.
No, yeah. Obama started this whole mess and started dividing us. When Trump came in, he started getting us back to our roots, back to loving America, back to helping get rid of the regulations so we can be more energy efficient. Now, look at we're buying our oil from where? A foreign country when we have enough here in this country to take care of us plus many?
Well, we've always bought our oil from other countries.
No, but we could produce more here. He's hurting big businesses. Look at what's going on. You've got big businesses that are going out of business. Did you hear about the drug? Not CVS, but one of them. Rite Aid. They're going out of business. They're closing over 100 stores.
That has nothing to do with being able to get stuff online and from Amazon?
No.
And the thing is, her arguments kind of make sense. If you take out the sheer nuttery of what she's actually saying, though, remove the nonsense, ignore the obvious lies she's been told in the right-wing mantras, you end up with just hello. Hello makes sense. But this woman is typical of a lot of people who follow populist leaders like Trump. They're not stupid. Well, not all of them. I mean, there are some who, are not eating chalk. And you can kind of see it from their way. Somewhere deep down in their persona, they know that what they're saying is complete hogwash. And it's understandable that no one wants to admit they've been had. It's humiliating. That's why fraud is reported so little. Being scammed is an admission that you've been taken in hook, line, sinker, small stool and weird hat with a feather on. Grifters like Trump know this and play on it, building entire scenarios which only exist in their own head, but they're constructed in such a subtle way that in the minds of their followers they become as real as the value for money they get from their donations. Here is a little fouisson of some of the other beauties that are hovering around these rallies.
I trust Donald Trump, and what really upsets me the most is everybody remembers that one little blip that Billy Bush put out there when he first started to run.
About grabbing the...
Yeah. That
was pretty memorable.
Well, why is that memorable? Why isn't it memorable the things that he did do?
Well, he's been indicted in 4 different cases and 91 criminal charges.
None of that stuff is true. You know it's not.
I don't know whether it's true or not. I just know that. No, I just know that
a non-Trumper?
No, I'm just a journalist who sees that he's been in. I mean, so how do you explain all these charges? How do you explain all? What's going on?
They're all made up.
They're all made up.
Yep. They're all made up.
So the election interference in Georgia, Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesebro, who worked for Donald Trump, as lawyers. They just pled guilty and
I
admitted.
don't believe that either.
You don't believe they pled guilty?
Nope.
So when they said that they were.
I never turn on the news. I never turn on the TV. I never listen to any of that.
So where do you get your information if you don't watch the
I
news?
get my information from Telegram.
He could stand on the front steps of the White House and commit murder, and I'm with him.
Explain that to me. That's amazing. I mean,
Look, he's the only man we've ever had in my lifetime that stood for America as president.
And the whole COVID thing is part of that whole deep state control thing.
Usually it takes 5 years for a drug, and we're doing emergency use, so that's not going through the normal channel.
And Donald Trump was responsible for the emergency use, right? He got it done so quickly.
That's correct. He got the vaccines ready, and what was funny, they were ready before the election.
So if Donald Trump says they're ready, then why should we wait for more trials?
No, there's no way I'm going to take the vaccine.
But Donald Trump said we should all take the vaccine.
That's cool.
I thought you said you believe everything Donald Trump says.
I do believe everything Donald Trump says.
I like a guy that wants us to be free and, our economy and everything that he did for us.
So the improvements that the Biden administration has made in the economy, have those affected you yet?
Yeah, they've hurt my bank account.
But I'm talking about sort of the inflation going down, some cost of living prices going down. Does that register with you?
I'm not sure it is going down. I mean, everything you see, they say it's going down, but I don't believe it.
Well, I'm just talking about the indexes that we have always followed as a country that Republicans and Democrats and everyone in between follows. Those are trending in a direction that's favorable, jobs and all of that. So I'm wondering if you've felt that.
Oh, please stop. I can't take any more. I'm up to the brim and overflowing with stupid. There you go. That's a sample of what people have to deal with. Thanks to David Scherter for going out there and talking to Trump supporters. The excellent TYT channel, who are linked to below. Also, check out Luke Beasley and Alan Mockler, because they do some fantastic interviews with some of these people, and you get a real insight into what Trump has actually engineered throughout the United States. And I'll leave you with this from the Lincoln Project. Have a nice day.
Nothing worked, Donald. Nothing. You tried everything to delay the trial. You failed. Now Melania gets to be humiliated again. She hates you. Being reminded that you f***ed a porn star. Stormy said you sucked in bed. And then you paid to keep it secret. Embarrassing. Lied about it over and over. The truth came out. Now Judge Marchand has you on a leash. That's a good boy. Gagged. Do what you're told. He's had enough of your
In January 2025, the future that generations were warned about will arrive. We know AI will change everything. Machines that can think for themselves, make decisions for us, technology which can control us or even kill us if we aren't careful. That future may await us, but a far greater threat is here now. Because that day in January isn't about artificial intelligence. It's about actual stupidity. Masses of people, unwilling or unable to recognize the difference between democracy and dictatorship. Politicians and pundits, drunk on confirmation bias and spewing lies in the name of principles they no longer hold. Cultists, useful idiots, ignorance, mindlessness, actual stupidity. It's here, and it's taking over. Take a last stand with humanity this November and save the future